Shalom, shalom. Welcome for another Wednesday Wisdom Edition. I'm your Captain Samson. I got with me
Officer Asher.
Hopefully, the audio is good. We got a couple of new things hooked up here, so we're going to try to do this and try to get it right for you. Matter of fact, let me test it real quick. It's a lot, family. Let me just check my audio real quick. See what my audio sounding like. Fine. All right, it's going to echo for a moment, but let's deal with echo. Hopefully, nobody in the room yet. But as you know, the title of this class is Modern Day Women. So with that being said, with these modern day women, we got some scriptures we're going to dive into because of this. Now, a couple of weeks ago, we lost brother, I say Kevin Samuels. Yeah, he was a brother, but he wasn't in this truth. You feel me?
Right.
So we understand that the Most High is going to call anybody at any given time, especially if you're not in this truth. Even if you are in this truth, the Most High can still call you at any given time. So even like the some of my brothers and sisters that passed last Saturday doing the Shabbat, you feel me? They was out shopping and doing everything, and that crazy white dude walked in there shooting up the club, in a sense. I can't say shooting up the club, but shooting up the grocery store,
right?
Aiming at people, got nigger on his gun and all this other wild stuff.
Right.
So as we know, our people can be called at any given time, including self and even my soldier here. So we always got to be on our P's and Q's and make sure we're doing and being caught doing what the Most High want us to do. So if that time do come, hey, we don't have no worries then.
Right.
Know that anything that we have done is going to be brought into judgment. So, but we're still going to dive into this and see what's going on when it comes to this modern day woman. We got some scriptures we're going to dive into, but as always, Colossians 3:17.
This is the book of Colossians, chapter 3, verse 17. And whatsoever ye do in word or deed, do all in the name of anointed Yahawahshi, giving thanks to the Most High and the Father by Him.
So whatever we do in word and deed, we always going to give thanks to the power that's in heaven, in the name of the anointed, which is the Hamashiach Yahawahshi, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. So we're going to dive into this and let's bring out this understanding, because with this modern day woman right now, I had a few clips, but I done lost some of them. But one of the modern day women that a lot of our women like to follow after, let me share this real quick. Let me see if I can do this. Oh, this is something new I got going on. So bear with me. Share my screen. It's this person right here. This is one of the modern day women, you feel me? This is a modern day woman that thinks she knows it all. She thinks she knows more than the Most High. And even dealing with this wicked sister right here. She was happy that the brother died. You feel me? How can you be happy that murder, or I can't even say murder, that, but death happened to one of your people?
Right.
That shows how the distance we have become towards one another.
Right.
Now, the brother said a lot of stuff on his show that women felt like he was attacking them.
Right.
It wasn't the fact that he was attacking them. He was just bringing things to the surface and saying that, dang, the same way that men hold other men accountable for the things they do. That's why you have the Urban League and you have men, or even my Muslim brothers that stand on the corner and try to get people off them corners. The same way you see Israelites standing on the corner. You have the people that's that walk around in New York with the funny hat on.
I know what you're talking about.
Some angels.
Yeah.
So even with them, we have the men out, and more than likely, men are trying to stop other men from doing wickedness. So we always have accountability on the men's side, but there's never no accountability on the woman's side. So when that accountability gets brought to the forefront, people get hot, like, no, you can't say nothing about this black woman.
Right.
But darn, I don't even got my book on me today. But you know, if I had my book on me, that Willie Lynch syndrome, as always, I'm gonna bring that book up damn near every show. I'm mad that I left it, but most I will not have it next week, because that's something that's dominant dealing with the man and the woman when it comes to that Willie Lynch letter. Because dealing with that Willie Lynch letter, we can't understand that stuff is all out of whack right now because of certain things that was put in place. And the only way they was able to put those things into place was because of the Most High. But let's get the understanding that at the very beginning, because this is not a male chauvinistic or masculine toxicity, whatever the word is they like to use, all these names they try to bring.
Misogynistic,
you feel me? All these different things they try to bring up and try to say, oh, this is a man's world and this is not there. Right. But not knowing when it comes to the so-called Israelite or the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American structure, the woman is put on top, especially when it comes to the darker of us, meaning the brown people of us, the melanated. The woman is put at a higher status than the so-called black man. And the only reason I say that, and you should be able to notice this when you look around in society, they're not going to push. You found somebody?
I think I got the book.
All right, let's hold it from me.
Yeah, I'm not sure if this it.
Yeah, that's one of them.
That's one of them.
Yeah, because you got different ones. You feel me? But they all still say the same thing.
Right?
They still say the same thing.
Okay, all right.
Some of them just add a little bit more when it comes to pictures, like you seen the pictures in that one.
Yeah.
That's okay. I still like the other one,
okay.
But that's still a good one. You feel me?
All right.
So we got to understand that when it comes to this, and that's as we're talking about the book, this is where it all stems from.
Right.
When they told that so-called black woman to put the black man out, and we'll feed you, we'll clothe you. In a sense, she replaced her pecking order, got rid of the black man, and now she looked towards the white man. That's why they won't jump up in their face like that. They'll try because they think they can do it all, but they can't do it all. They was made for a reason, and one of the reasons was
even speaking on that, there was a technique from the Willie Lynch letter that I remember. That what they would do was they would beat the man so bad in front of his wife that it will put so much fear into her that she would make the son more docile than her daughter. Then what the slave master would do, anything that involved household duties or responsibilities, he would go to the woman first before he went to the man, in order to make her feel as if she has power within her house. That's actually part of the Willie Lynch letter to divide the household. That's actually a technique that's even still being implemented to this day.
I should be doing this because I don't even know how it's going to work, but I'm gonna see if I can get it to pop up. You feel me? It's a 2-minute clip. Real quick. Wait, let me turn this down as it plays through until it gets to it, because that's an ad. I don't want no ads coming in right now. But as he bring that out, I'm gonna see if I can share this clip real quick, and then we're gonna look at a clip. Now, this clip is from a movie. The movie is called The Great Debaters. Now, this is a powerful movie that I think a lot of us should look at so we can see where we was at one point in the pecking order. Let me see if I can share this real quick. Blow this up. Boom. Full screen over here. Share the screen for me. Boom. All right. Let's see if y'all can hear this. Let me know if you can hear this. I'm muted. Let's look at this real quick.
Tell us about your father. Why don't you tell us something about your father? Trying to get to know each other. Just trying to get to know you.
Now, I got to pause it real quick so I can talk through it. Now, as you see, you got Denzel Washington in the movie, and we got this brother here. I forget his name, but if you ever looked at the movie called A Birth of a Nation. Now, this brother brought this movie out about Nat Turner. He used his own money to bring this movie out, and it was hard for other actors to even try to back him up when it came to this movie, meaning the Birth of a Nation. Certain theaters didn't want to play it, and certain companies, like production companies, didn't even want to help them bring this out, only because of what Nat Turner did. But let's listen to what he says here in this movie.
Right now. Take the affirmative. Take the meanest.
Be quiet.
Strip him of his clothes in front of the remaining male niggas, female niggas, and nigger infants. Tar and feather him. Tie each leg to a horse facing in opposite directions, set him on fire, and beat both horses until they tear him apart. In front of the male, female, and nigger infants. Bullwhip and beat the remaining nigger males within an inch of their life. Do not kill them, but put the fear of God in them so they can be useful for future breeding. Anybody know who Willie Lynch was? Anybody raise your hand?
See that? You see how he just brought that out?
See?
He was a vicious slave.
You see how he just brought that out? Do anybody know who Willie Lynch was? They put it in the movie, but a lot of my people don't watch this movie. I guaranteed you, a lot of these women who was talking down to Kevin Samuels never watched this movie. I can pretty much guarantee it. I can guarantee they never sat down and understood what this movie was talking about, nor even picked up that letter. But let's keep going.
In the West Indies, the slave masters in the colony of Virginia were having trouble controlling their slaves, so they sent for Mr. Lynch to teach them his methods. The word lynching came from his last name. His methods were very simple, but they were diabolical. Keep the slave physically strong, but psychologically weak and difficult.
And that's the thing. They kept us strong, but right now, a lot of my brothers and sisters are mentally weak right now. Hold up. And dependent on the slave master. Keep going.
Keep the body. Keep the mind. I and every other professor on this campus are here to help you to find, take back, and keep your righteous mind.
Ooh,
That's a good one.
Yo, righteous mind. You
That's
feel me?
good.
So y'all got to understand what this movie, how powerful this movie is, if you look at it with a spiritual eye.
Right.
So let me bring it back. So you got to understand how powerful that was if you look at it from a spiritual eye. And that's what Israelites are out here to do. We out here fighting for you. So you can take back and keep your righteous mind.
Right.
But you don't let the scriptures be the person you let lead you. Of course, you ain't going to understand it. Because they'll say, this is the white man's book. How's the white man's book? Not knowing that this book condemns the so-called white man. It condemns every nation that had our people in bondage. Not just the so-called white man, but every nation that done had our people in bondage. And believe it or not, every nation on this globe pretty much had our people in bondage, including the so-called African man. Because ain't now time did an African nation say, let my people go.
Right.
And come over here and fight America for the atrocities that it was doing to the slaves. They could have did it when Gaddafi was in power. He could have did it, but Gaddafi wasn't worried about us. He wasn't. But you see, I'm trying to talk about modern day women, but I'm still bringing up men. So please don't come with me with that craziness. But what you got for me?
Oh no, I was gonna say it's so funny how that I hear people, oh, I love everybody still, but I'm like, people are ignorant to the fact of their history. That's why you hear a lot of Jake say, oh, I'm still gonna love them, I'm still gonna love them at the end of the day. If you pick up that history book, not his story, but history books, and you see that how they cut the skin off of a so-called Jake and use it for boots, how they sit them on the table, cut them up and eat and was eating them while they were still alive. It's doing cannibalism, mind you. That they were throwing Jakes inside boiling hot water when they didn't cut the sugar canes fast enough in Haiti. This is history that we need to know. This is history that we need to learn. So we can be better. So we can be better Israelites and to even feed our people. Because if we don't like my dad said, if you don't know your past, how you gonna know your future? You don't know your past. There's nowhere you can go.
There's no way you can go. But we digress for the moment.
Right.
Let me get 1 Timothy 2 and 14. So, because we about to get into this. Because I showed that clip just to show you how it shows tidbit jewels in certain movies.
1 Tim what?
1 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 14 and 15. Wait, let me grab it too. 1 Timothy chapter 2, 14 and 15. Read that for me.
This is the book of 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 14.
13, start at 13.
Verse 13, Salah. For Adam was first formed.
Say that again.
For Adam was first formed.
So it ain't about being male chauvinistic of anything of that nature. It's the fact that we was first born. And being first born, that means we have a duty to make sure anything that comes behind us is protected. Because women to get it screwed that they think protection deals in money, materialistic things, and all this other stuff, when that has nothing to do with nothing.
Right.
If you're walking around with a Birkin bag, how's that going to protect you? If it's hot outside and you starving, what is your Birkin bag going to do for you? And you know what some idiot will say? It can hold food, but it couldn't get. But when you want some meat, you couldn't kill an animal, a deer or some lamb, and then walk around. You won't put that lamb in your Birkin bag because how is it going to stay good for you to eat later on?
Right.
Read the next part.
Verse 13. For Adam was first formed.
Yep.
Then Eve.
Then who?
Then Eve.
Then Eve was formed. Keep going.
And Adam was not deceived.
Say again.
And Adam was not deceived.
But who?
But the woman being deceived was in the transgression.
The same way how the snake deceived Eve in the garden, that snake is back. We call him Esau. Y'all like to call him your friendly neighborhood white man. He was the one that deceived Eve again.
Uncle Sam.
Uncle Sam. Talking about, hey, you want these trinkets? Surely if you get rid of that man, you can have all these things.
All right, you want a nice house and all you got to do is pay $1 for rent? Leave the black man. If you want free food, leave the white man. Leave the black man slot. Leave the black man. If you want anything that you want in this world, you want money, power, fame, and everything, leave the black man.
And not knowing that, and this is what the thing. Instead of her saying, nah, I'm good, I'll go ahead and deal with this knucklehead.
Right.
You feel me? She could have said knucklehead and kept it moving. Right. But nope. She said, okay, let's try it out. And when they started doing that, guess what came next? The feminine movement.
Right.
The so-called white man got a problem with her husband and said, hey, black lady, you want to get involved? Come on, come join us.
Sure. I'll definitely join
and her silly behind went and joined them. And now, if you read that Willie Lynch letter, the black woman is standing guard for the so-called white man.
Hold on. I think I got something for that.
That's the crazy part. They standing guard right now, and they don't even realize who they standing guard for. Not knowing that you gotta understand. It's in there. You find that part?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
This is from the Willie Lynch letter. Let's make a slave. The Negro marriage unit.
What?
The Negro marriage unit.
The Negro marriage unit. Keep going.
We breed 2 nigger males with 2 nigger females.
Yep.
Then we take the nigger males from them, keep them moving and working.
Mm-hmm.
Say the one nigger female bear a nigger female, and the other bears a nigger male. Both nigger females being without the influence of the nigger image, froze with independent psychology, will raise their offspring into reverse positions.
Into what?
Into reverse positions.
That means the woman ain't going to be dainty and sweet no more. She's going to be strong and independent. I don't need a nigga. I don't need a man. That's how our women at right now.
There's more with that.
Yeah, keep going.
The one with the female offspring will teach her to be like herself, independent and negotiable.
Independent and what?
And negotiable.
Negotiable with who, I wonder? Keep going.
We negotiate with her through harm by her and negotiate at her will. The one with the nigger male offspring, she being frozen with a subconscious fear for his life.
Oh, he's going to whoop. She going to tear him apart. He going to tar and feather him. Keep going.
With a subconscious fear of his life, will raise him to be mentally dependent and weak.
And guess what? Mentally, say that part again.
Mentally dependent.
And guess who he mentally depended on? That woman. So when you walk around here and you got all these single family households and that male is raised up under that woman, guess what he's going to do? Mama, 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 mama. That's all you're going to hear.
Right.
He's going to be, as they say, sucking on her breasts.
Right.
He 25 years old and still sucking on her breast. Right. And you wonder why men 40 and 50 and 60 and still at home with mama. And still at home with mama. I'm glad. I gotta say this.
Go ahead.
I'm glad my teacher was like, boy, what you still doing with your mama? You better get up out that house. Now, mind, this is when I came back from school. When I came back from school, I went and talked to some of my high school teachers. Like, well, what you doing with your life? And this, oh man, I'm about to go do this and do that, this and that. Where you staying at? At home with mom. Now, mind you, one of my teachers, I knew he was trying to be slick. You feel me? Right. He was trying to get at my mom. That's why he wanted me to dip. I already know that. You feel me? I'm a man too. I peep game. But at the end of the day,
Gone.
I took off.
Right.
I took off from mom's house. You feel me?
Right.
Only reason I ever came back to my mom's house is to take care of my mom. But other than that, I dipped. It got to the point where I dipped and didn't even have a place to go. But I told myself, I'd be damned. I reached to a certain age and I'm still at home with my mother.
Right.
Now, mind you, certain single mother households do raise their men, the sons, to be independent. They not raising them in that fearful type deal.
Right.
But that's a few. It's not a lot.
Right.
It is very few that it happens to. So please don't come here with the few. We talking about the many right now. But keep going.
Go ahead. Will raise him to be mentally dependent and weak.
And what?
And weak.
Yep.
But physically strong.
Yep.
In other words, body over mind.
Same thing we just heard in the great debaters. That's the same thing he just said. But what else we got?
Well, it goes more into saying that now in a few years, with these offspring become fertile for early reproduction, we will mate and breed them and continue the cycle. And continue the cycle that is good, sound, and long-range comprehensive planning. And that's it on that.
And that's what it is. It's sound and it's comprehending planning. Why? It's like a chess game. They understood and they put them pieces out in the forefront. Right. So they understood what they was doing off real.
Right.
Dive back into the scriptures real quick for me.
This is the book of 1 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 14. And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression.
And how was she in the transgression? Because all she had to do simply, when the snake came to her and asked her anything about what the Most High said, she should have went to her husband and asked the husband, what did the Most High say? What was he talking about? Oh, this serpent over here, this tricky person over here was trying to get me.
Right.
Shalom, sis. Shalom, you come sit. So we got to understand that we ain't about to get caught up like that. Can't get caught up like that. Finish it off for me.
Notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing. If they continue in faith and charity.
Do what?
If they continue in faith and charity and holiness with sobriety.
Now, mind you, that's talking about how the woman at the end is going to save herself in a sense by doing these things. Read those three things again.
Notwithstanding, shall she be saved in childbearing if they continue in faith.
So she got to have faith in the Hamashiach Yahawahshi. Keep going.
And charity.
Charity is given to the needy and also given to her people. That lady I showed earlier, Vivica Fox, ain't given to her people because the things she said about her brother. Keep going.
And holiness.
Holiness is righteousness by keeping these laws, statutes, commandments. What else?
With sobriety.
That means she's not walking around a drunkard, always drinking all the time. It ain't nothing wrong with have a little wine here and there, but control it.
Right.
Do it in a controlled place and don't be, what's the word I want to use? Overindulge in it.
Right.
Okay? Let me dive in on Sirach, chapter 9. So again, we talking about the modern day women today. Also, we diving into the difference between a righteous wife and a wicked wife. So for the young men that's out there raising young girls up, or even trying to find a spouse, and even so for our women, our sisters, that when they're walking around in this truth, they got to understand how they got to be and make sure that when they're picking out someone, they got to be circumspect of who they choose. And that's why it's always good to be at a school where you have some elders that you can have a lending hand to, that if you don't know, hey, have your elders vex who you dealing with.
Right.
What I said, Sirach chapter 9?
Yeah.
All right. All right, verse 1.
Okay. There's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 9 and verse 1.
Okay.
Be not jealous over the wife of thy bosom, and teach her not an evil lesson against thyself.
You should not be jealous over the wife of thy bosom. Like I already told you, because of the Willie Lynch syndrome, the everything is out of order. Everything is out of whack. Right now, they have put the so-called black woman above the black man when it comes to society and making money. All you got to do is look at certain jobs and you will see it. I used to work at this one job to where I had the credentials and I literally wanted to work in the office. Now, in this office, I already seen that it was set up in a racist manner anyway. The black women they did have working in the office, it was only but 3 of them. Everybody else was white.
Right.
The white men, white women. But when I came in and I was like, okay, I want to move up in the company. I just don't want to stay working in the warehouse. I'll do that for a moment. When I told the operation manager that, he looked at me and was like, we don't have no positions. We don't have that no more. So I looked at it like, really? 2 days later, he hired his son. Put the son in the office, working with computers, not knowing that I'm a tech guy too. I deal with tech, but it was cool. I didn't stay at that company very long because after the first 3 months and I seen what was going on, I'm looking for another job off rip. Got to look for another job. And the next part says, teach her not an evil lesson against thyself. As a man, we should not, how can I say it?
Share everything?
Share everything. Some things a man should hold and discuss it amongst his brothers, because that's teaching that will be teaching the evil lesson against thy wife. How I said it, an evil lesson against thyself,
right?
And your wife, because as you know, our sisters can push buttons. They can push buttons, but if you in a complex, she in a complex, and she don't have them buttons to push, and even if she do know certain things and she push those buttons, we should be able to control ourselves not to go. This mouse board is sensitive. I was trying to scroll up and look at the comments, but all right, keep going. Verse 2.
Okay. Verse 2. Give not thyself, give not thy soul unto a woman to set her foot upon thy substance. Meet not with an harlot.
Say that again.
Meet not with an harlot.
So we gotta understand, when we dealing with certain women, we gotta same way with the sisters, we gotta vex who we dealing with. We cannot just jump at the first thing that, as they say, that smile. What's that old song she used to sing? What's that song she used to sing?
What? Who?
I want to say Betty Wright.
You got
Gladys Knight. Gladys
Knight.
Oh man, I cannot think of it.
I ain't that old school.
Mama said not the darn it, I cannot think of the song. Mama said not to rush in or something like that. I'm gonna think about it. Keep reading for me.
Good. Meet not with an harlot, lest thou fall into her snares. Use not much the company of a woman that is a singer.
Yep.
Lest thou be taken with her attempts.
Now, the reason why I say that singer, and as you know, what was the things at the sea? The sirens.
Not sirens.
Yeah, that was one of their names. It was,
or is it Simps?
No, the sirens. It was one of the Greek mythology creatures. Look it up. Look it up real quick. Look it up. Let me see if I can find it over here. The siren was one of the ones that sing and would draw salesmen in. It was a Greek mythology or something like that. What are they called?
Bird. No, that's not a.
What's the name of it?
Oh yeah, it is a siren.
The siren.
Yeah, it's a siren.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
I've watched enough Hercules and all that craziness.
Forgive me. It's a lot.
I don't watch enough of that craziness to know what it was. But yeah, but this is one of the singers, and now, as you know, our sisters in that thing, like our sister Beyonce, put a ring on and all this other stuff, and she's an independent woman, but yet she got her husband. But some of our sisters follow for the okie doke. But keep reading from me.
Gaze, verse 5. Gaze not on a maid that thou fall not by those things that are precious in her.
And that aspect is talking about for a man. If you see a sister, she's beautiful, cool. Don't be so swept away because of her beauty. Because as they say, she might be beautiful on the outside, but her inside is ugly. So we cannot fall for that. We got to make sure she's following these law, statutes, commandments the same way we vent ourselves and keep ourselves in these law, statutes, commandments. Keep going from it.
Okay. Verse 6. Give not thy soul unto harlots, that thou lose not thine inheritance.
And as you know, dealing with women of the night, in a sense, you can lose your inheritance several ways. You're giving all your wealth to her because you know she's not going to come at a cheap price. That's why these strip clubs, we shouldn't even have this in our community. But I wish I had to say the thing. They had a contest, not a contest. Yeah, it was a contest a couple of days ago called the Baddest Bitch Contest. Nothing but our sisters dressed all kind of ways and talking like I'm the baddest. Like, really? Boss bitch and all this other, like, really? But in this day and age, it's caught up.
That lets you know how destroyed our people are for lack of knowledge, man. That the fact that the fact that you got beautiful Jakes, beautiful Eves going to a competition called the you're basically calling yourself a bad dog, a female dog, an animal that's wild, that licks himself. You're comparing yourself to that. But this of all animals, you compare yourself to that.
This is the craziest thing. They get mad at Kevin Samuels when he was bringing certain things to the forefront, but ain't mad, especially with Vivica Fox. She was happy this man died. He died because, that's karma. You talking down on the sisters and this and that there. But every song that's out there that call our women these things, they don't say nothing against this. They'll be right in the club singing right along with it. Until they have a contest calling themselves that.
You're absolutely right. And the thing is, I got into a little conversation with some of my colleagues, and there were some women around, and I asked them, name one female rapper today that is that doesn't talk about her body, using her body for money, using her body for sex and anything of that nature, just being a respectful woman, just rapping. Give me one. They couldn't. Other than a hover, but they couldn't really give me an answer. They really couldn't give me an answer on that because it's our people are so destroyed. Like, it's so bad out here. It's so bad to the point it makes me cringe. Like, I have to change if I'm listening to the radio and as soon as I hear City Girls or Megan Thee Stallion come on, I'm switching that channel. Because it's so provocative, it's so vulgar, it's almost to the point where it's shameless. They're shameless out here. They're fronting everything, all their goods, and it's not supposed to be like that. They're supposed to be shamefaced. A woman's supposed to be dressed in modesty. Mm-hmm. Her modesty is supposed to be her glory, not her whole body. That her body is meant for her man. Now, if you had a husband and you flaunting what you got with your husband behind closed doors, that's fine. But you're not supposed to be doing it to every man that you see. And then it leads to another problem. Now, the way you dress is how you're gonna get treated. Now, if you look like a duck, dress like a duck, what are you? A duck. Now, if you dress like a harlot, look like a harlot, you're gonna be treated like a harlot. Nobody's gonna respect you.
None. But they want their respect.
But they want the respect. They want the respect that they want the respect of a traditional man, but they don't want to act like a traditional woman. Yep. That's the issue there. That's the main problem today. Most women the modern day woman want a traditional man. The man that is the backbone, that when she needs anything or everything, he supplies. But she doesn't want to do nothing on her end. It doesn't work like that. Even with the Most High, it don't work like that.
Yep.
There's a certain order, there's a certain system, and there's a certain type of plan that the Most High got for the man and the woman. So that's all I gotta say. Come on.
But I'm gonna just show y'all this real quick. I gotta go to see if y'all can see that. I know it's a little screen. I got a different setup, but this is the contest.
Like look at that. Look at this.
That's crazy.
Look at this, and then they say they want a God-fearing man.
At the end of the day,
they want a strong man that's gonna pay for everything. But you dress like that.
Yeah. See this dude here talking about it too. I'm gonna pause it on there. But yeah, when I seen that come across the thing, I'm like, that's crazy.
That's crazy. It's sickening
but
because
ain't no sister talking about that.
Like
they're gonna cheer that on.
It's so sickening, like to know that even in the truth and even out the truth, it just looks sickening. It's not appealing. It is not appealing. Women always say, I want that respect. But what's the term? What's the right term for it?
I don't know. If you dress like a princess, you can get that respect.
Yes. It's something on the lines, if you respect yourself, then other people gonna respect you. That's the term that I'm looking for. I think it's treat others how the way you want to be treated.
That's
am I right?
And the same thing what you just said.
Right.
If you
that's
want respect,
the one.
You got to give respect.
Right.
So if you want respect, you got to treat yourself
with respect.
And then everybody else.
And then everybody's gonna follow behind that.
But if you can't even treat yourself with respect, how's that gonna work? that ain't gonna work out. It can't work out. But at the end of the day, we in this condition only for one reason.
Right.
We didn't keep these law, statutes,
commandments. Right.
If we would have if our forefathers would have fell in line, we wouldn't even see all this. But now it's the time that we rise back up. We taking back our rightful spots. Right. That's why you see the world shaking right now. Right. And as this world is shaking, soldiers standing up, women are standing up.
Right.
You feel me? Everybody's putting back in a proper position, and it's like we're gonna have to lead that forefront at the end of the day.
Right. We flipping as we keep these commandments, man. We flipping
go ahead.
As we keeping these commandments, man, we flipping the world upside down, man. We flipping the whole thing on his head when we keep these commandments, these law, statutes, commandments. You know, the man know his role, the woman know his role, she knows her role, and now we're starting to become a family. And when there's a number of families, now you got a community. Now when you have a community, you have other communities. Now we have a nation. This is what we're doing. We building nations. And the modern day woman is not gonna be is not gonna be a part of this nation.
Nope.
The modern day woman does not work with this Bible. It cannot mesh together. It can never mesh together. You know what I'm saying? What is that? Sirach 26:9.
No, I was gonna go there.
The whoredom of a woman. Con.
No.
You want to get that?
No, because I'm gonna be reading that whole chapter.
Oh, all right. Con.
Because they talk about a wise woman versus a wicked woman.
Con. You know, like seeing what's going on, seeing how our women dress, like as a brother in the truth, it burns my soul because, you know, you have to have a certain love for Israel. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want to see you know your sisters dressed like that. You don't want them getting disrespected by any type of man. Nope. Because then it goes down a rabbit hole. You dress like a harlot, then a man don't respect you. Then you get with this man. You don't do the proper steps for seeing if this man is right or wrong. Now y'all shacking up together, being intimate, knowing that there's no marriage in mind. And then after that, now there's a baby born. Now he doesn't want to be involved with this baby's life because he knows that he has no respect for you. And now he's not going to have respect for this child. What he going to do? He going to leave. He going to clear it. It's going to be damaging.
Hold up. See, the sister said, Ellie Issachar.
Sadly, the worst customers I have to deal with on the phone are women. See, like
are women. Here's Psalms 94. But at the end of the day, we got to stand up. We got to take back control. When we got to be that light that they see in the darkness. Read that for me.
Psalms 94 and verse
16.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 94 and verse 16. Who will rise up for me against the evildoers?
Against who?
Against the evildoers.
That's now mind you, that's a twofold verse. The evildoers can be the other nations, but it's mostly anytime we bring these scriptures out, we got to put ourselves in it first.
Right.
Who's going to stand up against my people in a sense?
Right.
My brothers and my sisters, the children, everybody.
Right.
We got to stand up for it because the Most High ain't going to come down and stand up. We got to do the standing up right now. Keep reading that.
Or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity?
And that's our people. Only people who can. What is iniquity? You know what iniquity is, right? What's iniquity?
I'm gonna get the definition for it.
Sin. And only people who can sin is who?
Israel.
Is Israel. So who's going to stand up against the iniquity of Israel? The men and the women got to do that. The men got to deal with the men. The sisters got to deal with the sisters. That's why. What you got?
I got the definition of iniquity as well. The definition of iniquity immoral or grossly unfair behavior.
Grossly unfair behavior. That contest they had going on, that's gross and unfair behavior.
Right.
Because all you did is took the King of Diamonds or the strip club and brought it outside.
That's
At least they used to hide back in the day. In Bible times, you'll have to walk a distance and find them off in the cut somewhere.
in an alley, in a dark cutoff alley.
In the dark,
something.
but now they're just
Right.
out bold with it. They don't care no more.
Yeah.
You want it? Give me how much you got.
Have no shame, man.
It's shameful. But at the end of the day, we see what goes on, and we got to be the ones to stand up and say something, because everybody ain't gonna say it. But no, dive back in Sirach for me. But Rich, I'm gonna bring that out in Sirach 26.
Oh,
because I'm gonna read 1 through 27 and 26, because again, that's a contrast between the good woman and the wicked woman. I believe that's what that one is. I'm pretty sure that's what that one is. Read that for me.
What, Sirach?
We still in verse 9 and go
9
to
and verse
8.
Yeah. No. We're on verse
7.
6. We're on 6.
All right, yeah, finish 6.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 9 and verse 6.
Uh-huh.
Give not thy soul unto harlots,
Mhm.
that thou lose not thine inheritance.
Keep going.
Look not round about thee in the streets of the city.
Do what?
Look not round about thee in the streets of the city.
I mean, you riding around, you trying to find you something. Keep going.
Neither wander thou in the solitary places thereof.
The solitary places like we just brought out, it's in the cut.
Right.
Now it ain't in the cut no more. Keep going.
Right. Turn away thine eye from a beautiful woman.
Why? Because the beauty of a woman can make a man fall.
Right.
You should not want her for that. Want her for her mind and knowing that she's a righteous woman.
Right.
Keep going.
And look not upon another's beauty,
Mm-hmm.
for many have been deceived by the beauty of a woman.
Because you think it's all sweet, and then you done ended up with a headache. Keep going.
For herewith love is kindled as a fire.
Yep.
Sit not at all with another man's wife.
Say that again.
Sit not at all with another man's wife.
And that's for the men right there. Because a man will sit up there and you at the workplace. And now you talking about, come on, after work, let's go out for drinks.
You don't know how many times I hear that.
Yeah.
Knowing that,
and especially in the corporate place.
Right, and knowing, and most of these women have rings on their finger to identify as being married, and these dudes will still go up with no shame in their game and be like, "Hey, come on, hey, let's go out, let's go to a party or something, let's go out to drink. You want some food? Matter of fact, let's go to lunch."
Yep.
Knowing that they got a man, and they don't, and the man don't care.
Don't care.
And
why?
she will go along with it too.
You know why, right? When you see the love of this world on wax cold, this is what's going on. Hamashiach warned us.
Come.
But keep reading.
Come. Verse 9, sit not at all with another man's wife,
Uh-huh.
nor sit down with her in thine arms,
Mm-hmm.
and spend not thy money with her at the wine.
Meaning, let's go out for drinks.
Right.
At every corporate job you come across,
Right.
let's go out for drinks.
Right.
And everybody got their spouse at home.
Right.
Keep going.
Right. And spend not that money with her at the wine,
Uh-huh.
lest thine heart incline unto her.
Your heart gonna climb into her. Meaning, as that wine is pouring, them spirits is coming in. Now she might be complaining about something at home. And now you, oh, it's okay. And that liquor done start to take over. That's why they say don't blame it on the alcohol. But hey, it happens. Keep going.
And so through thy desire, thou fall into destruction.
Because you looked at another woman, another man's wife beauty, and you just looking at her beauty, period, and then fell for the okie doke.
All right.
Sirach 25 and 13. So we got to make sure we can't get caught up in this. Again, it's about the modern. Wait, matter of fact, start with verse 1.
25 and 1.
Yeah, start at verse 1. Start with 1 first, and then we're gonna jump down to 13.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 25 and verse 1. And 3 things I was beautified.
3 things the Most High was beautified in.
And stood up beautifully before the Most High and men.
Yep.
The unity of brethren.
Yep.
The love of neighbors.
the unity of brethren, and the love of neighbors. And what's the third thing?
A man and a wife.
Yep.
That agree together.
That they what?
That they agree together.
So a modern day woman, I hate to say it, is not going to try to agree with her husband. She feels she's making all the money, she can make all the rules now.
Right.
Because we had that one sister come out with that song. Her name's Little Kim. Money, power, and respect. You get the money, you get the power, then comes the respect. But we see how she dressed on her album cover. But as a youth, we didn't know no better.
Right.
Especially me, didn't know no better. Oh, yeah, that's like wicked. Now that I'm older and I can see it, like, dang, they really pulled the fast one on us.
And you know what funny I realized?
They pulled the fast one on us.
And you know what's funny I realized?
Yeah.
The more the time passes, the shorter the dresses we're getting. Did you realize that? Believe
it or not,
the farther
my
the time moved
grandmother
on,
never wore pants. And then my mother, she wore her little pantsuits because she was in the corporate world.
Right.
But she liked to wear her nice dress. And it wasn't short, it was long.
And
my cousins, oh my goodness.
Listen, it went from, I would say it was starting from what the time, 1950s?
I say
1950s. The dress was like this, 1950s, 1960s, 1970s, 1980s, 1990s, 2000, 2010, and then you got the 2020 where it's almost like nothing at all.
Yeah, they just wear stuff now.
Matter of fact, it's to the point they're just wearing tape around their body at this point. There was a
fishnets. They call it fishnets.
Matter of fact, there was a fashion show where the fashion designer was in the middle during the event. He was putting tape around the women, not covering them, but just putting tape and letting them walk down the aisle. All of their shame hanging out.
Yep.
What madness is that? Pure madness, man. This is why the scriptures say. You see?
I'm not going to show that. That's all.
This is why this world has to go. Thus saith the Most High. This world has to go for stuff like that, for perverseness and wickedness. Listen. If you get to see this, if y'all ever get the chance and look this up on YouTube, it is pure folly and wickedness that they're showing.
Black Tape Project, right?
Yes, the Black Tape Project.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's wild. It's so wild.
They got a cut Los Angeles. It was 2 years ago. They had one 2 years
no
ago.
Shame. No shame. This is where
Fashion Week in New York, they did it.
This is what happens when there's no shame.
That's crazy right there.
When you see women literally only wearing tape around the most secretive of parts. Yes, come on.
Jump to 26 for me. We gotta clean it up a little bit.
What is it? 26?
Yeah, and 1.
26 and 1 time. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 26 and verse 1.
Yep.
Blessed is the man that has a virtuous wife.
A what?
A virtuous wife.
Keep going.
For the number of his days shall be double.
How many?
Shall be double.
Well, right now, the modern day woman will shorten the days of a man. And this is already scientifically been proven. It's already been scientifically proven. But most I just said, if you have a virtuous wife, she can double your years.
Right.
Why? There's peace in the home.
Come on.
When there's peace in the home, where else can you go? Where you going? Home. Why? There's peace there. It's a loving wife there. Where else can I be? Home.
And you know what's funny? Here's one thing. I'm gonna put some females on right now. This is putting y'all on game. When you doing things for your man, he will brag. When you doing virtuous things, righteous things for your man, he will brag to the other men about you. He's like, man, my rib the other day, I asked her to go fix me a sandwich. She made the sandwich. Matter of fact, she did more than just make the sandwich. She put mayonnaise, she put tomatoes, she put lettuce, she put a little sprinkle of bell pepper on there. She did the whole nine. Like he will really like that when you being virtuous to your man, he will brag about you. You will get that respect that you want. When you doing right by your man and you doing what you're supposed to do, even though I know sometimes it can be, there's days you don't feel like it. There's days you just don't, I don't want to do it. But when you do it, like he's gonna respect that. He gonna remember that the small things for that man is big for him.
Talking about taking a bullet, he ain't gonna have no problem taking that.
He gonna listen.
He'll jump in the,
take a bullet.
Listen, catch the missile.
He gonna jump in front of the bullet and say, "Hello, y'all." You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to find it too.
What?
I'm trying to find it because there's a scripture that say that. Go to Proverbs 31.
Come on. To Proverbs 31.
Hold that. We're gonna come back to that.
I'm holding it. Got it. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 31. You want me to start at verse 1?
Read verse 10 for me.
Verse 10. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 31 and verse 10. Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies.
Far above what?
Far above rubies.
So you talking about diamonds? Nah.
Precious jewels upon the earth, man.
Yep. That's why it says in Deuteronomy, at one point our sisters, we ain't want their feet touching the ground. It couldn't be. You just sit back, relax, and that's why it's always better to be a princess versus a queen. A queen mean you got to get out there and do something. A princess got to sit back, do what she got to do. Okay, I'm done. What else now? Kick your feet up and relax.
Right.
You wonder why that?
He'll
come home and rub the feet with no problem.
Listen, the small things for the brothers. Oh, you snitching out? I have to, man. So they know. Because sometimes I don't think they realize. I don't think that some of the women, the virtuous women, don't think that they getting their due respect in the end. They just thinking, oh, I'm just doing this for I'm doing this for nothing. No, you're not doing this for nothing. I'm telling you that brother he loves you dearly. He gonna hold you down when you need it. Especially just doing the small things. The small things go a long way for us brothers. You know what I'm saying?
Read 22. Jot down 22.
Verse 22.
Come on.
She maketh herself coverings of tapestry. Tapestry. Her clothing is silk and purple.
I mean, it's royal. Keep going.
Her husband is known in the gates.
How the husband is going to be known in the gates? Keep going.
When he sitteth among the elders of the land, she maketh fine linen and selleth it, and delivereth girdles unto the merchant.
Now pause right there. Now I got to give a shout out to the other Samson. You feel me? The Samson that used to come here. Right. Our Samson, we call him Samson. Now that brother there took this scripture. Well, his wife took that scripture to heart. She made all his clothes. Make all the children clothes. So when he came, he walked up to me one day. He was like, dude, what? Because no, he was on the phone with her. He was saying, she was like showing pictures, like, how you think this look? And he was like, oh, that look good. He was like, hey, Chefs want to look. And when he showed me, I was like, where does that do? Where that come from? Oh, my wife making. I said, no. He's like, I ain't trying to buy no Gucci or no Louis.
Right.
I got my name on my clothes.
Good.
So they got their own little stitching and all that. She'll stitch right into the
Oh,
clothes.
man.
Like, that's love right there. That's beautiful.
That's love right there, man.
But mind you, and I can say that about our mom. She did try to instill that into us. Right. But I can sew a button on the shirt. You feel me?
Right.
If something ripped, she taught us how to sew. My mom was a sewer, but she wasn't making no clothes. Right. But that's what happens in the day and age. It's hard to do it now for some people because with that single family household, she's out there on the hustle and bustle.
Right.
She got to go raise the money up for the house.
Right.
Daddy over there, mama over there. But if the unit was there, you don't need that much. Society make it seem, and that's one of the things Kevin Samuel talked about that I feel was off. You need a certain amount of money if you're going to live. You don't. If you know how to get the right things and prosper in life, you don't need that much. Nobody says you have to eat steak every day. Nobody says you have to go to. Mind eating steak every day ain't even good for the body anyway.
Right? That's a good point.
It's not good for the body anyway. You can go catch your fish, baked fish, fried fish, nice vegetables, but we don't even got our gardens no more. Stuff that we used in that was healthy for us.
That could just grow, yeah.
Because back in the day in South Florida, when I was playing as a youth, you got tired, you can go pick a fruit from the tree,
We used to
They
play.
had little flowers you could suck the nectarine out of.
We used to play in the street all day, and what we'll do, we'll go to my friend's house, and we will literally just pluck because the coconut tree was so big. So it was literally hanging on the street. We'll just pluck one, crack one open, and drink one all. My mom will be wondering why, like, how are y'all outside all day playing as much as y'all playing and just not thirsty and come in the house? I'm like, listen, we got these fruits outside. We good.
But then out of nowhere, South Florida said the orange tree got what it was called canker sores or cancer something.
Some
now we got to cut down all the orange trees.
Right.
They understood it. They weren't making no money in the grocery store.
Right.
We're gonna go ahead and give you a Chiquita banana. We're gonna let you grow your real banana. That's your Howard on.
Honeysuckle, blackberries,
Dates.
Oh
yeah.
I thought it was dotes. Salat. My eyes ain't that good.
Go back to Sirach for me 26. Again, it's water for everyone logging in.
All right.
I'll put a 1 in the chat if you like the new setup. I'm trying to bring this more often to where I can share stuff in the midst of teaching the class. But give me a 1 in the group in the comment board if you like what's going on for the day.
Okay.
Go back to Sirach 26:1 for me.
26. This is the book of Sirach, Ecclesiasticus, chapter 26 and verse 1.
Okay.
Blessed is the man that hath a virtuous wife, for the number of his days shall be double.
Keep reading.
A virtuous woman rejoiceth her husband, and he shall fulfill the years of his life in peace.
Keep going.
A good wife is a good portion.
Is a what?
Is a good portion.
Might be even a great portion, but keep going.
Which shall be given in the portion of them that fear the Most High.
And the only way to get that, you have to fear the Most High. Con. Oh, the water for everybody. The water. Con. Keep reading for me, King.
Con. It's a lot. We at verse 4. Yeah, verse 4. Whether a man be rich or poor, if he have a good heart which toward the Most High, he shall at all times rejoice with a cheerful countenance.
That means if he's rich or poor, he's still going to rejoice in his wife at the end of the day. Rich or poor, his focus is going to be his wife. He's going to get out there and get what he got to get, make his focus on his wife, his kids, but ultimately the Most High. If he putting that Most High first, everything else just going to fall in line.
There's a good one right here.
Keep going.
It's about to get.
That was the contrast between the good wife and we about to dive into the wicked one now.
There be 3 things that mine heart feareth. For the 4th, I was sore afraid.
He was afraid of it. Go ahead.
The slander of a city. The gathering together of an unruly multitude.
The unruly multitude, mind you, that you can consider that as when, especially our children, when our children are fighting, everybody want to rush to it. And now they're going to rush and go out there and do all kind of stuff. Like them boys that ride around on the bikes.
Oh, yeah.
You feel me? You literally in the road and anybody can get hit at any given time.
Right.
You just out there just wilding. They got places that you can go. Y'all can ride there in the pack, but you don't have to be all over the road. The light turn red. Stop.
Yeah. Still flying.
But you still flying by. I want to do the wheelie in the road. I want to do this. I want to do that. But mind you, they doing that in New York. They doing that down here in South Florida. The biker boys. But the nonsense our people fall into. Keep going.
I'm going to start. The slander of a city, the gathering together of an unruly multitude, and a false accusation. All these are worse than death.
Yep, keep going.
But a grief of heart and sorrow is a woman that is jealous over another woman.
Is what?
Is jealous over another woman.
And there's no reason why sisters should be jealous over each other. A lot of them will dress to outdo their sister. You feel me? But when a compliment comes from one of them, they don't know, oh, she's just saying that. Or is it genuine when they say stuff like that? So what you was about to say?
Oh, no, but we skipped over a big part, man. That false accusation, man. Like a lot of great people, a lot of great men fell because of a false accusation of these modern day women, man. You like for instance, like even though these are 2 heathens, but the situation with Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, that whole situation about oh, she's saying that he abused her and whatnot in the third. But now, like when the truth is coming out, she's the one that was the perpetrator. She's the one that was doing all the abusiveness and the slandering and the breaking down of this man. That is the prime example of most modern day women today.
Nah, the crazy part is she threw a bottle and severed the man's finger.
Right.
Threw a bottle and severed his finger.
It's crazy. It's crazy that even Iraq that it said that is one of the things that he feared is a false accusation. You know how many false accusations? You know how many people have failed because of a false accusation? Just because of a woman. Do you know how bad it is? Even if a sister say, "Oh, he raped me," or he quote unquote raped me, or he abused me. Even if he clears his name, he still has that stain on his name.
Yep.
If a brother's in a corporate job, you know he's doing this thing. He's making six figures a year. He's holding it down. He's being a man that he's supposed to be. And then she sees this man being a great man, and she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna lie with this man." She lies with him, and then he's like, he only sees it as just a fling thing. So he's like, "Okay, I'm done with that. That's over. It's done." Now she wants to say, "Oh, he raped me. Oh, he did this to me. Oh, he did that," just because he doesn't want no more to deal with her or do with her anymore, just because it was just a little thing. And he thought that was a little thing, and she thought the same. But no, she took it one step further and said, "Oh, he did this to me. He did that." Now that brother is gonna be stained for the rest of his life. He's not gonna find a normal or decent job after that. The matter of fact, if he even goes to trial, that brother is gonna lose his job. They're gonna say, "Oh, we're gonna have to suspend you with no pay."
Yep.
Now, if that brother has a house or that brother has a nice car that he's paying every month, he's not gonna be able to pay that. So what he's gonna do? He's gonna lose that. He's gonna lose the car. He's gonna lose the house. He's gonna try to find a job that's equivalent to the job that he had previously before he got fired, and he's not gonna find that. Now that brother might be a janitor at a high school or something.
Yep.
With 2 degrees, a bachelor's, a PhD, he's holding it down.
But you know what comes to follows that? He should have vetted that woman. We shouldn't just be out here just laying with women all willy-nilly.
You're absolutely right, man.
But see, that's where the commandments come into play at. You could have avoided a lot of headaches by doing what the Most High told you to do. If you do what the Most High tell you to do, man, you'll wonder how everything could be so easy.
Right.
But you have to, stuff might get hard, and you still have to take it with joy at the end of the day.
You're absolutely right, man.
So
right.
So that's what I'm saying. Even though I got
like look at this.
These two heathens right now. But mind you, I can put Emmett Till up here with that white lady.
Right.
That false accusation.
Right. The false accusation got the brother killed.
I should find one article with the black football player where the white girl said he did something to her. Didn't even kiss the girl. He
lost everything.
She was lying, but he can't go back and get that scholarship.
He can't even make it back to the NFL. And you got to think about it. That brother probably spent he blood, sweat, and tears into making it to change his family's life, and then and for that to happen to him.
That boy was up there crying.
Boo-hooing, snotty nose, weak in the knees.
Because he understood what just happened. But she took it as, "Oh, I can't get in trouble with dad." Dad said, I can't sleep with one of these Negroes, and she did it anyway. But at the end of the day, that wasn't.
That's like the movie. That's like that's exactly what it's like. The movie Obsessed. You absolutely right. It's just like the movie. Oh, the girl, the man has a great job. He got a promotion. Oh, he got a beautiful wife and kids. She wants a piece of that life. She want to be a part of that. He don't deal with her. He's like, "Listen, I got a wife. I got kids. Get out of here. I need to go. Watch out. Move. Back out. Move." Then she starts slandering the brother. Now his wife looking at him crazy. She move out. Now he in the house by himself, all alone. Now she try to come in, try to still be that little serpent.
Yep.
Now the stuff's now it start unfolding that she was actually the one being the snake. She was being that modern day woman. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. And look at that. Who was it again? Beyonce. Here, I got it right there for y'all.
The modern day woman, man. The
Right,
modern day
y'all.
woman is the modern day woman is dangerous. It's dangerous.
Right there, obsessed. Came out in 2009. I ain't gonna play the what you call it, but hey, that's how it goes into when the things go.
Come, man, come.
Watch it on YouTube. I ain't gonna play it because I don't play too much over here now. So.
about to get copyrighted. Mess around, get copyrighted. You know what I'm saying?
But as y'all know, it's right there. So we see it. We see it every day. We see it in this world. But we got to go ahead and start getting the stuff right, man.
Yes, man.
We
Like,
got to get ourselves
like
right.
that scripture resonates with my soul. That false accusation. Let's go back to that. There be three things that mine heart feareth. For the fourth, I was sore afraid. The slander of a city, the gathering together of an unruly multitude, and a false accusation. All these are worse than death.
How can it be worse than death?
How can it be worse than death?
But Mike, we all understand everybody want to go to heaven, but nobody want to die. So that's how it goes down. Sometimes.
That's a big that precept. Matter of fact, y'all need to lock in that precept, highlight it, etch it. Y'all need to have that script, have that precept on lock, man, because that's a big deal within our community. False accusations, nothing but telling lies just because your feelings got hurt. Just because you feel some type of way because the brother don't see you as the brother don't probably see you as being his rib or anything like that. You got to get out your feelings with that. There's a million other brothers. But you can't just be, you know. Come on, I digress. I digress.
Go ahead, keep pushing, man.
Come
digress for, man.
Come on, verse 6. But a grief of heart and sorrow is a woman that is jealous over another woman.
Keep going.
And a scourge of the tongue which communicateth with all.
And the only way she can do that is with her tongue, the same way of slander, the same way of might give you a nice greeting, but still got evil intents behind it.
Right. And another point, what's that? The scripture, it says a wicked woman maketh a man's knees weak.
Oh, look at the sis, Ellie. That's how it started off. It started out with him having drinks with her. Come on, man. Come on, man. You think the Most High gives us all the good? Man. But see, I literally believe that these people understand what these scriptures say, and they just go ahead and take it around with it. Y'all like the dip? All right, thank you for coming.
Okay.
The water, sis.
The water, sis. Oh, okay. That's gonna be a far drive.
But thank you for stopping by. You said you was coming back with somebody else. All praise to the Most High. All praises. I'm glad I got here early that morning.
All right. Yes. She was supposed to on the phone. And I gave the phone.
Oh.
Who, me?
When I came that morning.
Okay.
So that's her.
Oh, okay. Right. The water for coming. The water. All right. Hope to see you again. All right. Well, yeah, all praise to the Most High, man. But where we left off at?
We're at verse 6. But a grief of heart and sorrow is a woman that is jealous over another woman, and a scourge of the tongue which communicateth with all. And an evil wife is a yoke shaken to and fro.
An evil wife is a yoke. Imagine that, having an evil wife that's a yoke on you. You can't shake that thing.
No.
You done dealt with it?
No.
And guess what? You can't just leave her now because she's evil.
No, it didn't even get. And I think the scripture is even deeper. When it says it's shaken to and fro. When something is shaken to and fro, what is that? It's unstable.
Yeah.
It's unstable. It can't hold. Like it's just wild. You can't control it if it's unstable.
But what they call it? Bipolar? Yeah. You got a wicked wife that's bipolar right now.
Right.
Keep going.
Coming. He that holdeth of her is though he held a scorpion. A scorpion in your. It's like holding a scorpion in your hand. Do you? Con. We're gonna get that. We're gonna get that. I want that. I want that precept. I
got that in
really,
the mix.
okay,
I
all
got
right,
that.
all right, come
I'm
on.
already
I
going
really
back to
want that.
25.
That's a precept. You know what I'm saying?
Again, I have to balance it out.
Right.
We don't talk about these women, but we gotta let them know there's some virtuous women out here.
Right.
But it's gonna be hard to find her.
Come
It's gonna be real hard to find her. To find her is all depending on the Most High putting her in your path.
And also patience. Patience is a big deal when you're trying to find the right rib or you're trying to deal with the right brother. It takes patience. You can't rush into. You hear good things, mind you. You can hear good things coming from the sister or the brother, but you have to be patient. You have to play things out. You can't just immediately. It's just like playing. You can't rush the plant to grow.
Nope.
You gotta till it. You gotta fertilize it. You gotta water it. It takes time for that plant to grow. You can't just immediately yield the fruit. You know what I'm saying? It takes time. So you gotta have patience when you're dealing with these. When brothers is dealing with sisters, you gotta be patient with these women. You gotta see what they're on. You gotta see what they're about, because they might be your destruction as well as for the woman. You can't trust a brother just because he's talking good. He be like, oh, what's your fire plan? You know, I got this going, I got that going. You know, I got this and all that. But then within a year, you don't see him trying to make any progress.
Nope.
And now you lay with the brother. Now you married. Now you can't go nowhere. You stuck.
You better not go nowhere.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, go ahead.
But yeah, verse 7. I'm gonna reread 7. An evil wife is a yoke shaken to and fro. He that holdeth of her is as though he held a scorpion. A drunken woman and a gatter abroad causeth great anger.
Because all she's gonna do is be drunk. You know how people act when they drunk. It's crazy.
Brother, nigga, you ain't nothing.
We gotta get through these scripts.
All you
gotta get through them.
Cause nigga, you ain't nothing. You ain't better. All you do is and that's come from being drunk all the time. You know what I'm saying? Come on. A gatter abroad with great anger, and she will not cover her own shame.
She will do no what?
And she will not cover her own shame.
That's a twofold scripture. She ain't gonna put no clothes on to cover up her shame, and she's just gonna be out there willy-nilly, not caring what happened.
Right.
I did this, so what?
Right.
Yeah, I peed on him. I threw a brick through his window. I slashed his tires.
So what?
So what? That's what a drunken woman would do.
So what? I don't care. I'm gonna do it.
I wish I had that clip of the one they showed the girl helping another girl go into this man's house through the balcony.
That's
pushing her up the thing. Man, keep going.
That's funny. Come on.
Yeah.
Verse 9. The whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and eyelids.
What?
Her haughty looks and eyelids.
A whoredom of a woman. Now, mind you, them boys over there with that wear that purple, them brought out what them eyelashes can do.
Have you ever seen what makeup can do?
No, you ain't get what I'm saying. I wish I could tell you to find that definition.
The eyelids?
What the eyelids?
The flapping of the eyelids?
No, not just the flapping of the eyelids.
What?
The reason why the women wear the long eyelashes is because it's catching something. I'm gonna leave it right there. I wish I had the definition some boys use. Yeah. Think about it.
Yeah, that's something.
Think about it. Think about it. I ain't
try to
gonna
meditate on that.
Hey, meditate
that's
on
like
that.
That's like a parable, man.
Hey, them boys over there wear that purple. IUIC got that little short out where they got the sister reading the definition of what them eyelids are.
Is this a Bible? This the Bible dictionary?
No, that's a regular dictionary. You feel me? About what them long eyelashes does.
No, I'm looking it up.
As you look it up, I'm gonna keep reading. All right, and we're gonna go right back to it when you find it.
Come on.
Verse 10. If thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straitly, lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty. That means she's out wild and about. If you know she like that, keep her under wraps. Try to keep her at home, talk to her, be with her, and all that good stuff. But if you know she out there doing that wild stuff, matter of fact, I can give it to you. I think we shared it. What you saying there? I'm gonna go ahead and show what you said. That's what they said. Yehuda.
No shame in her game. Sex lids.
Go pull it up. Type that in. I think that's what they called it. Because if He might be looking at the same thing. You feel me? Because we shared it in the group. So any soldier that's on right now, man. See if y'all see it.
No, I can't. I didn't see it. I don't see it. I'm looking for it.
It's a lot, family. It's a lot. I'm trying to see. I know we shared it, but since I'm saying it, because it talks about them eyelids, man. So we just literally just hopped on them eyelids. Darn it. So it wasn't in that group we shared it with.
No, I can't. I don't see it.
Yehuda, you sure that's what it was saying? No. Oh, you put it in a nice way of saying it.
Okay.
Because it is a word in the dictionary. It is a word in the dictionary, man. Because I heard it and I was like, I just know they didn't say that, man. I just know they didn't. Okay, yeah. Yep.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah, that's what it was.
That's bad. Damn, that sounds crazy.
Because that's what the people that wore them, that's what it was for.
Mm.
That's what it was. He ain't spelling it right, but y'all should understand what he's trying to say in the chat. Right. I'll allow that to stay in the chat because that's what we're talking about.
Right.
Let's keep going. Read verse.
We at verse
11.
Yeah, 10.
11. I just read 10.
If thy daughter be shameless, keep her in a straight lead.
Yeah, read 11.
Okay, verse 11. Watch over an impudent eye, and marvel not if she trespass against thee. She will open her mouth as a thirsty traveler when he hath found a fountain, and drink of every water near her. By every hedge she will sit down.
By every man she is going to sit down, because you got to understand the marriage is the hedge of protection. But that man, they're going to do it. Keep going.
And open her quiver against every arrow.
Come on, man. That's just a nice way of saying she's spread.
She's going to be out and about.
Yeah.
She's going to be out and about.
She's
going to be in the streets.
She's for the streets. See, that's the time I feel put that.
Hold on. That's there's a precept for that. Proverbs 7:11.
No, 7:11 is my precept.
Yeah, it's hold on.
Only a wicked man looking for evil.
Hold on, Proverbs. Is it 7? Yeah. That's it.
What is it?
For she is loud and stubborn, her feet abideth not in her house. Now she is without.
You said 17?
No, I said 7 and 11.
Oh, 7 and 11. I thought you said 17 and 11.
Oh, you want me to read that?
Yeah, read it real quick.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 7 and 11. She is loud and stubborn. Her feet. Let me start at verse 10. Salat. And behold, there met him a woman with an attire of an harlot, with a subtle of heart. She is loud and stubborn. Her feet abide not in her house. Now she is without. Now in the streets.
Now in the what?
Now in the streets, and lieth in wait of every corner.
See? Yep, I knew my brother would come through. Grab that. Yep.
Oh,
yep.
Oh. I really have to say that?
Yep. Read it.
I got it, bro.
Read it. Hey, man, we here to teach the people.
Oh, my God.
We here to teach the people. Because I asked the brother to find it, and my cat came through.
This is out of the Urban Dictionary.
Out of the what?
This is out of the Urban Dictionary.
Uh-huh.
Cumbrella.
What?
Cumbrella.
The cumbrella. Keep going.
In 1882.
And when?
In 1882.
So it ain't nothing new. Keep going.
London prostitutes Gerda Periddle invented elongated eyelashes or cumbrellas to block.
Let me see what they say. Semen?
Yes.
Yeah, semen.
To block semen from getting in working girls' eyes that are worn today as common fashion.
As common fashion.
That sounds crazy.
Now, mind you, so you got to understand how a lot of stuff women do today, it already has been done before. Ain't nothing new under the sun. Nothing.
That sounds
The Most High did not trip because they literally take stuff from back then. Because mind you, a lot of this stuff was, worn by who? Men or drag queens. You feel me? Men that want to dress like women, drag queens. When they got the makeup dressing up and doing all this, that transformation type makeup, they put all this makeup on where they transforming themselves. That's why we look at them T's, as Jay Chappelle called them, they are really the T's. They are transformers.
Decepticons.
And they Decepticons. I really don't want to say Decepticons. I'd rather call them Autobots.
No, Decepticons because they deceiving.
Yeah,
they Decepticons,
I
man.
know. But you got to understand the play on the Transformers anyway. Because when you look at Megatron, you feel me? Megatron was, as they say, something. I ain't going that deep.
Yeah, right.
That's something for a topic.
No, yeah, that's another topic. Yeah, that's for another day.
Let's dive back into these scriptures. The water, Big Captain of 100 sending me that information. And I knew somebody was listening. But keep going for me, King. Because I want to play that skippy for y'all. She for the streets.
She for the streets. Oh, about Future?
Yeah.
Verse 11. No, we had verse 13.
Yeah, 13. Come.
The grace of a delightful wife.
Read it again.
The grace of a wife delighteth her husband.
Yep.
And her discretion will flatten his bones.
Her what?
Her discretion.
Meaning she ain't out there like that. She ain't for the streets. Because she is discreet about what she do behind them closed doors. Keep going.
Will fatten his bones. Mm-hmm. A silent and loving woman is a gift of the Most High.
Read that again.
A silent and
what?
A silent.
One more time.
A silent and loving woman.
Not a naggy and fussy woman, but a silent and loving woman. Keep going.
Is a gift of the Most High.
So the Most High see what you're doing, he'll give you a silent and loving woman, which is a gift. Keep reading.
And there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed.
Because she's supposed to be there and be ready to be instructed on what to do.
All right.
That's why we started out with what Eve did.
Right.
All Eve had to do is go back and get instructions from Adam and not listen to the serpent. Our sisters today don't want to follow instruction because it's this feminist thing going on right now. I was looking at this little thing dealing with this feminist stuff. They got the dudes and the women, and the one girl said, I don't need your protection. So when somebody's about to rape you, don't cry rape because you don't need my protection.
Matter of fact, don't even call the police because most of the police force is what?
Men. So you should have been able to handle that yourself because you do not need a hedge of protection. That's what the man is there for. That's why the man came out first to be what? A hedge. So when a woman came, she could be discreet. I don't want to touch the ground. And guess what he'll say? Cool, get your feet up. Jump on my back. I got you. And he'll be that, as they say, the wing, the air beneath my wings, as the song goes. But it's backwards. The song is backwards, I think. Because it's the woman talking about, I want to be the air beneath your wings. Broad, you can't make me fly. That's the Most High's job. So these women really think they're gods, and they done flip. Hey, man, but we're reading about a gracious wife now. Grace of a wife. The grace.
1 Timothy 2:9, a modest apparel and a shamefacedness woman. Come.
Keep reading. Keep bringing them out, Yehuda.
Come. Verse 15. A shamed face and faithful woman is a double grace.
A what?
A shamefaced and faithful woman is a double grace.
Now let's grab that one since he's bringing that out. 1 Timothy 2:9. Because we understand now what it means to wear a modest apparel. That's a double grace. That's just not regular grace no more. You got double grace from the Most High.
That's double honors.
Double honors?
That's double
honors.
That's double honors. In the book of 1 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 9. And in like manner also that the women adorn themselves in modest apparel with shamefacedness and sobriety.
Sober and not out there for the streets. We keep going.
Not with broided hair or gold or pearls or costly array, but which becometh woman.
Pause. The reason why I just brought all that up, you shouldn't be in the house talking about, girl, I'm about to kill him today. I'm about to kill him. Wait till they see me, boy. When I ain't see me,
I'm about to slay.
I'm about to slay him. Turn around, see the booty, let's take a picture shot. No. Let me stand on one. let me make one leg stand on this tippy toe while the other my leg turned this way, so it makes this look like, yeah, I'm killing them right now. Yeah, it's crazy,
bro. And speaking of that, like doing pictures like that, that leads men into sin with the lusting of the eyes, man. You causing your fellow brethren to lust after you.
Well, don't look at the picture then. That's their excuse instead of saying, well, you know what? Let me not do that.
Right. I know better. That. Let me do better.
But they don't want to do no better, nor do they want to do better.
Right.
Let's dive back.
But which becometh woman professing godliness with good works.
Good what?
With good works.
Keeping these commandments, showing the young women how to love their husbands. Not hate their husbands, not take the husband.
There's more on
a divorce and all that other nonsense.
There's more,
but loving the husband. I know. Keep going.
Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. Mm-hmm. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man.
You can't beat that. There is no way in how you can beat that. There, you can't assert authority over the man.
Come on, man.
But a lot of our sisters do that today. Why? Isaiah 3:12. The Most High done put a new thing in this earth. The woman shall compass the man.
Right.
We see that. And the one way how he did that, the one way how that was accomplished, using the so-called white man, that Willie Lynch syndrome, the Willie Lynch letter. That's how he accomplished these things.
And also, I got a point. And the thing is, like, you know, me, the brothers, we converse from time to time. You know what I'm saying?
No, don't talk. Let's dive back. Okay. I don't want you saying nothing wild right
now. No, I wasn't gonna say nothing wild. No, I was gonna say, like, a lot of women these days, they try to make the man grow up. When men are acting like children, they try to take on that mother role onto that man.
That aspect is so true. But we already got to the pinpoint why they try to do that. Roles reverse. Because we're supposed to be the one instructing the mind, not them.
Right. You're absolutely right.
Not them.
You're absolutely right.
There's nothing. Let's get it. Back to Sirach. Back to Sirach. Because that's what everything done flipped.
Right.
That's why they try to do that.
Right.
And we can't get it. Dude, is that? Glad you said that. You can't get around that because that's the Most High right there.
Right.
I'm showing you every way how this works. Now, how can I say it? I'm gonna be doing a lot of these classes. I might take it to somewhere. Let's keep going. I ain't even gonna talk about that right now. This is the Most High's platform. Let's get it. We on verse. We're on because I want you to read that again.
Verse 14. Or you want me to read the first
14,
verse 14?
Yeah.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 26, verse 14. A silent and loving woman is a gift of the Most High. And there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed.
And that's what the man should be doing, instructing the women on how to do their things. But now, since the man is stuck in this weak role, as we just brought out in the Willie Lynch letter, he's in a weak role and dependent on who? The so-called woman. He's dependent on his mother, and the mother now they done switched the roles.
Yes.
Now you leaving the mother. The mother should be walking the man down the aisle right now. That's how backwards this society has come. It's going to come. That's why you see women dropping to their knees trying to marry the man. Because they really think the roles really have flipped. Let's keep going, man. I ain't going to keep bringing this up to y'all.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 26, verse 15.
Yep.
A shamefaced and faithful woman is a double grace, and her continent mind cannot be valued as the sun when it ariseth in the high heaven. So is the beauty of a good wife in the ordering of her house.
See that? You see what they just said? The beauty of a good wife is? The beauty of a good wife
that's deep,
is when she's ordering her house.
That's beautiful.
That's what is beautiful about a woman, how she orders her house.
Yeah, man.
Yep. It's the man's house, but guess what? I gotta go do this, handle that. I instructed you on what to do. Now handle that.
And then you come back and you see everything.
Everything
she
in
held
order.
it down. She holding it down. that brother gonna be like,
But they talk about, but see,
I
I
got me a
can't be.
good
The
one.
modern day woman will say this to try to use this as an excuse.
right.
You see, I gotta go out there and get it myself. Because what if he up and leave me? What if he die? What am I supposed to do then? I could bring up an instance where that sister Judith, when her husband died, she's fasted. She ain't get with now another man. And she was a powerful sister for the children of Israel.
Right.
And she looked at, I'm gonna say, damn good. As the scriptures let us know, she wasn't no ugly woman. Many men tried getting after her husband died, but she was like, no, I'm good. Why? Because as a man, guess what we should have in place? Life insurance policies. We should already get together and not want to split up anyway. And when you get together, guess what you have? You put these life insurance policies in place. So if something do happens to you,
You know you're well off in the
she
end.
set and she got the kids set.
Right.
Because she done already gave her the instructions on what to do with the money if something happens to you.
Right.
Do this. Already got this in place. That's constantly going to be making money on its own. Do this, do that, and use that. Buy this, buy that, and tell the kids they better keep right. Oh, there go my brother over there. There go this family over there. You feel me?
Right.
Within the congregation.
If you need anything, go to them.
They already know.
They already got the plan for it.
We got the plan here at the Light of Zion.
Right.
We got the people that could give you those life insurance policies. And we ain't talking about Prime America. I was about to get down Prime America, but I had to step back. That's all I'm saying, man.
Right.
But we got people here that can get you the life insurance policies.
Right.
We got the people here that can put you in good counsel when it comes to marriage. You feel me? We got all these things in place here at the Light of Zion. So all you got to do is call us up. Come on through, get your marriage counseling, get your wedding done. We got photographers, we got it all here at the Light of Zion. So all you got to do is now, mind you, I don't know if other school has it. You feel me? Most High willing that they do have something in place that you can go there and get a one-stop shop and get it all done and be involved with that congregation from then on out. You feel me? So you can get, when times get rough and times get hard, you can stop by and say, hey, man, I need this.
Isaiah 29:16, surely you turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay.
Mm-hmm.
For shall the work say of him that he made it, he made me not.
And that's what the people like to say.
Yeah.
They think they did this on their own.
Absolutely right.
I walk around with life in me. And that's why we're going through the Roe versus Wade right now. That's why we're in the Roe versus Wade conflict right now when it comes to that. Because is it a woman's prerogative to deal with the life that's inside her? But yet, it's illegal to destroy an eagle egg. You will get fed time for that.
Word?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know
An
that.
eagle's egg. If you destroy that, you get fed time.
I didn't know that. Dang.
But when it comes to Roe versus Wade, we don't know the thing that's in that woman is live or not. No, you think I'm playing? Okay. Show me. How we like to do the show?
You got to prove all things.
Prove
all things. That's what we do as Israelites. We got to prove all things, man. I didn't know that. That's mine. That's something mind blowing. We live in the twilight kind. You're definitely right, Minister.
What he said?
We live in the twilight. We live in the twilight zone, man. Our people are living in the twilight zone. They can't. It's like they just want to deal with fantasy rather than reality, man. Like that, it's just pure folly that our people, like the fact, like just even the fact of the feminist.
I got this for you.
Come on. You got it?
Yeah. I'm trying to get it where it's large. Boom. Boom. Right there for you. All right, I'm about to share my screens, family, real quick. Okay. Bam. Let's get it. Boom. No, I want it big enough for you. Boom. There we go. What that says right there. Eagle eggs. Destroying one is punishable by a $250 fine or 2 years in prison. Unborn baby. Not only is it legal to kill her, but Obama is forcing taxpayers to pay for her execution.
This is folly, man. Pure grade A folly.
So when we say it here, guess what? I'm gonna back it up. I just don't say stuff. I be researching stuff. I used to have a research firm, especially before I got into this truth. That's how I got into this truth, because my mind got open. The Most High saw fit to give me that understanding.
Right.
Yeah, Kun. Now, I thought we was better than animals. I thought we were better than animals, but I guess we're not. But man, you about to make me put a fork in this class today and come back next week for part 2. Most High willing.
What's going on?
My brother.
What time is it?
It's happening.
Oh man.
Stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna put a fork in this right here because we're gonna come back because there's a lot more I got information on. It's a whole nother chapter I didn't touch that we could dive back into this dealing with the modern day woman. And when I finish with the modern day woman, guess what? I'm coming back for these men again because we got to get our nation back right. We have to get our nation back right. We have to get everything back in order because who's going to stand up for the Most High at the end of the day? Only people that's going to do that is going to be the children of Israel. The children of Israel have to be that beacon of light that everybody look towards and say, dang, this is how we should handle things. This is how we should do things. It got to come back to that. And there's no way that we have to bring it back to that. So with that part 2, all praises. All praises. I'm going to come back with a part 2. I'm gonna have the same setup. Most likely have some more videos and footage and dive back into more stuff, man. But with that, I'm gonna say shalom to the family. Oh, next week, but since I got this thing set up now, I can share. Matter of fact, I'm just put it. This ain't gonna be the same one for next week. No, I ain't even gonna put it there. But I'm because I'm using StreamYard. So if you have StreamYard, go ahead, download it. I can share the link. So if you want to come in and comment in the class and put in your, as I say, 2 cents. Mm-hmm. Go ahead and do that. I'm gonna share the link next week at the top. I'm gonna keep sharing it so y'all can go through the timeline to find it. So, and one of the people that I want to come on off rip, I need my boy. No, Yehuda. I need Yehuda to be in this class with me. I need him to log in and put something in. You feel me? Because he done called in the class before. You feel me? That's my brother in Duval. So I need him. Oh, yeah, okay. Not my brother, but that's my brother. You feel me? He's still a brother in this faith. Right. So I need him to get his StreamYard right and log in. I want to see my eye. I want to see him come in and bring these scriptures out right along with me. You feel me? And anybody else, if you could get that StreamYard, to go ahead. I'm gonna put the link in so y'all can share and that we can come in this class and talk and bring this truth out. All right, and with that, I'm gonna say all praise be to the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, that the Most High made. That boy, I tell you, that's what I was talking about. They speeding everywhere now. That the Most High still bring down His righteous angels to encamp around all Yasharallah that face Jerusalem and call on the Most High's name, that we may be able to escape the fiery darts from Hashatan. With that being said, Shalom family, the water for logging in, and hey man, tune in with me next week. And I hope y'all here with me. And hey, have your stuff ready so you can log in with me. Shalom.
Shalom. Matthew 5, verse 14 and 15. We are the light.
Come, we are the light, y'all. That's why I need you here next week, Ak. I need you here next week, Ak. All right. So get your Streamlabs ready. You got a week to get it ready, Ak. Shalom, family.